In the day, I am Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick, and we're going to be talking about something that I talk about with people all the time, and that's being more intentional about how we're living our lives, right? So many of us have grand ideas and we jump straight toward that grand idea, but we don't realize the intention that we have to have in our lives and in our business in order to get there. So, we're going to dive into that today. Thank you guys for joining me. If you don't know, I do have a private Facebook group, and that's where we're going to be discussing this 100K lifestyle that we're building, right? And the reason why it's called 100K lifestyle is because I want you guys to realize if you don't have a lifestyle that will support your six-figure business, your 100K business, it will not one grow. You won't ever get it established, but you definitely won't sustain it if you're able to build it. So we're going to talk about investing the time intentionally, right? And today I'm sharing 3 questions that I want you to consider when you're talking about things in your life and things in your business. And all of this is to give you the framework and the like grounding that you need so that when it is time to go after that big grand idea that you desire so badly for your business or the business that you want to start, it will be so much easier for you. So, again, thank you guys for joining me. And the Facebook group is called 100K Lifestyle with Tanika. So, you can find me there. And that's where you'll find more content, more conversation wrapped around this topic of being intentional in our life in order to have the businesses that we desire. So, that's the objective over there. I would love for you guys to join me. So, being intentional, right? What does that look like? And I'm going to tell you the 3 questions that you need to ask, and then how you should be applying these 3 things to your life right now. The other thing I'll add is in that Facebook group, we are going to do a monthly activity together. And that's where you're going to not only say, I'm intentional about this area of my life or this area of my business, but we're going to come together to really break that down so you understand what you need to do to get that done, right? Because the thing I hated when I was building business or newer in business is people would tell me what to do, like set your goals. Well, I can set goals all day, but if you don't, if you one don't kind of help me to understand what that really means and what that means for weekly and daily activity, then I've set a goal. I can talk about it and look at it every single day, but that doesn't really move the needle for me and definitely not for my business. So we're going to have, I have to name it, but basically at the beginning of every month, we're going to be together to really discuss like, where are you and what are your goals for that month? So that leads me to my 3 questions because that's what we're going to use in these, I'm going to say, goal setting sessions, right? It's going to have a cool name. I have a couple things that I'm playing with, but we are going to do it early October. So look out for that. So, what do you need to consider? What are these 3 questions? They're not a secret, but I think because I've kind of organized it in a way for you to think of yourself as being intentional, it's going to make sense. So, one, you do have to consider where are you going? What is this bigger picture that you want? Right? Because my life as a business coach and another business coach, we are doing totally different things because we have very different objectives. So, in considering number one, where are you going? I want you to consider where you are going, right? Not just your industry, not just the basic KPIs. Like one of my friends just started selling real estate. Well, clearly the objective is to sell real estate. Well, what is her objective? Like, is it a financial goal? Is it to have, to leave her job? Is it to have more time with her kid? Like, why are you doing this? Okay. So, not just the basic sell homes, sell products, have a happy marriage. Like, I want you to get down to what is, what do you want your life to look like? Why do you want this thing to happen, right? Why is this a goal? not just happy marriage or, more time with my kids, but like, why? Like, why are you doing that? So, as deep as you can go right now into what do you really want? Like, what is that bigger picture of what you want? Number two, where are you right now in that plan? So the thing that I'll tell you is when you're considering your life versus your business is going to be kind of different, right? So in your life, there's a lot of components of you. Not to say there aren't a lot of components in your business, but there's you as a wife, you as a mother, you as a child, right? Especially at my age group, we're now starting to be responsible for our parents. So that's three. You are part of communities. You are a spiritual person, you have health concerns. So, all of these are different areas. So, the other thing I'm going to tell you is when we do our monthly sessions together, we're going to pick one area per month to focus on. Okay. So, you're not going to fix your whole life in 1 month. You're going to pick one area and focus on that. But let's say that you picked health because that's actually something that's important to me right now. It's where do you want this to be? Well, I need to have more energy. I need to eat better. I need to incorporate better exercise routine. And those are the practical things. But why? It's because I'm failing at that right now. Like literally I'm failing at it. I feel drained. I feel like my energy is low. And therefore, if I stay in that state, there's no way I have the energy that I need to build my business. So that's kind of the thought I want you guys to have around this first question is what's that bigger thing you want, right? And then number two was evaluating where you are. Well, right now I try to plan meals at home, but I don't really. I buy the stuff and then we just run around all day. So either I'm skipping meals or I'm eating meals out. I'm waiting to the last minute to eat. So I definitely have to do better with eating. So that kind of gives you a snapshot of like the bigger goal is having more energy, having more focus. And where I am now is in a place where I don't meal prep. I don't do a lot of working out. Like this is my true story, you guys. Okay, I'm sharing my real life. Like I need to get my life together. And then the third question is, what can you do that's going to take you one step further toward your goal? I think that's the part that trips most of us up, right? Because I am at least old enough to realize, even if I say I need to lose 30 pounds or 20 pounds, I'm not just going to be able to lose that instantly. So, what are the things that I need to put in place in order to reach that goal? And that's what I want you to be thinking of. What can I do now, this month, to take one step closer to where I want to be? You may say that's not going to really make that big of a difference. That's, if I only focused on meal prep and not exercise and not, I know I need to do all these things, right? The reality is you were never going to jump 1,000% into your goal because if you were, you would have done it already. And when we break this down to a place where we can focus on what's going to move the needle for us and get us one step. I mean, for some of you, you may be at a place like, once I get my energy up, then I can add 2 steps in the health journey. But right now, it's like, what do I need to do to get my energy up so that I can be more present at home and be more present in my business? And that's what I want you to think about. What are you going to do that's going to move the needle one step? One, because you have to train yourself to be more intentional in that area of your life. And if you add too many things, like if I said, I'm going to wake up every morning early. So, first of all, if you know me, I am not an early bird. So, if I said, I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to go to the gym. So, that's like getting a whole hour in. And then I'm going to meal prep and I'm going to eat all the food that I made. And then I'm going to like sleep every night, 8 hours. It's like, girl, stop lying to yourself. Okay. Because if it were that simple that I could just write this, like I promise you, I have several pages where I wrote out these ideal days and all of that. And the truth is, I just need to pick one area that I'm going to absolutely commit to and get that right. Now, if I'm able to say I'm committing to this meal prep and all of this, I'm being more intentional in my life wrapped around health, right? And this is the goal. So the question number one is, what is the goal? What do you see kind of as the bigger picture here? Number two is, where are you right now? And then third is, how can you take one step closer to that goal this month? What can you put in place? What can you execute to take one step further? So I shared that, and it's true, my October goal is absolutely geared around me getting healthier and being more intentional about my health. So I started early by going to the doctor, getting my blood work, so that way I have an accurate picture of what I'm working with. So I checking the boxes there. That way, going into October, I understand what I'm working with and what I'm working toward, and I can be more intentional that way. So that's what I want you guys to do. So in your life, I want you to choose an area that you're going to be more intentional, right? The other thing I don't want you to do is say, I'm going to fix my marriage. I'm going to fix this relationship with this child. I'm going to do this better with my mom. I'm going to take care of my health. I'm going to this. Because once you start adding really more than two things on your plate, you can forget it. You're probably not going to get that done. So one thing or two tops in your life, and really just one thing in your business. The reason I say one is because for a lot of you, you're new to business. This is all brand new, and it can be really overwhelming. And if you take your time and take steps, intentional steps, where do I want this to go? Where am I right now? And how can I take one step forward? If you apply that principle to your business, you will see that you can move so much faster by actually slowing down. Because what a lot of you come and do, and this is what I do every day, right? I am a business coach. So I mentor and coach business owners every day, right? And the biggest thing that they do is to pile way too many objectives in. And as they start to unpack and do those things, they realize, I can't get all this done. So we're going to unpack it at the beginning. So as you are being intentional about building your business, you understand what you are focused on. Okay. So the three questions, this is my last time repeating it for you guys. What is the bigger picture and what is the bigger goal of what you're pursuing? Whether it's in your life or in your business, you're choosing one from each area, possibly two in the life category, but really just one in each area. I think that's plenty for 1 month. Question two, where are you right now? Be honest. People come to me all the time. They're new in business and they're just like, oh, but I got this and I did that and I did this. And it's like, you didn't do any of those things well. So we're going to go back. And they don't like that because they feel like they've already used their time in that way. But if you didn't use it efficiently, it's better to clean that up and then move forward in a better light. And then third, what is the one thing you can do, or the few things you can do to move one step closer to your goal? And the big point there is the one step. I don't want you trying to take 10 steps because that will be the absolute reason why you quit. So one step forward. One step forward. So I will let you guys know when we're hosting our monthly meeting. We are going to do it starting October 2021. It will be in my private Facebook group, which is called 100K Lifestyle with Tanika. Okay, so you can find that group right now and join it. It does have a few screener questions there, but just answer those and you will be right in the group immediately. And content like this and discussions like this is definitely what we do over there. So I look forward to you guys growing and being more intentional in your life and in your business. And I'll be sharing my journey as well and the things that I have at this point taken for granted that I do in order to sustain a six-figure company. So that's the entire point. 100K lifestyle is so that you're building the foundation to sustain your 100K business. Okay. So let's be intentional in our life and be very intentional in our business building. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me for Win the Day. I'll be live every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to join me. And if you're on Facebook, leave me a comment. Let me know this was helpful. Do put hashtag helpful in the comments. If you're willing to share the things that you're working on or that you're going to work on, even if it's just that bigger area that you're choosing, share that with me. I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, go into the Facebook group and share it with me there. And you're even allowed to create your own posts in that Facebook group. Thanks for joining me this morning. You guys have a great day. Bye.